Good evening, everybody. I am a couple minutes late. Randy Coker is here. NorCal's here. Sean, Brandon. Gary, how you doing, sir? Vanberg. I got a new second monitor. This thing is freaking huge. So I love it. It makes my camera sit up higher. So yeah, I really like it. I redid hey, yeah, Sean, I'm glad you're here, man. Nick, Bill is here. Bill, I redid my levels, man, on the mixer. Do I sound any better? Bill, Clayton, how you doing? Good. Good, Bill, because I redid them all just like you said. So look, tonight I want to talk about I do something and it was brought to my attention. I think it's my latest video actually, where I installed that used unit. That's something that I do, fellas. You know, I did that even back when I was in Alexandria with dad. Man, if there's people out there, I did another one today. If there's people out there that, that's all they can afford, then I'm going to help them. I mean, I'm going to do it. I'm going to help them. And, you'd be surprised, man, there's a big market for that. And a lot of people ask, I mean, I don't, I don't ever like to judge anybody. A lot of people drive up and say, "Oh, I bet you they can't even afford a new unit." I've done that before, and I was come to be dead wrong. But I always offer the new unit first, and they're like, "Well, look, we just don't have that kind of money." I do have a little bit of financing. It's not through Wells Fargo or none of that. It's a local company here, and they'll tell you straight up, "No, we don't have credit. You're not even going to waste our time." That's at that point. That's when I say, "Look, I have a used unit, and I can do it for X amount of dollars." And a lot of them can't. A lot of them will tell you, "I can't even afford that." And at that point, it's like, okay, well, I really can't help you. But most of them go, "Oh yeah, I can do that. I can definitely do that. I can afford that." So I did a new system the other day, brand new, and then I've done a couple used. It just all depends on the customer's budget, and that's the truth. It's their budget, whatever they can afford. And a lot of people leave shitty comments on those videos when I do those used units, but hey, you know what? You do your thing the way you want to do it, and then I'll do mine the way that I want to do it. So I don't mind doing used units at all. It's like I said, I did one other one today. I don't keep the old 1970, 80 somethings. But if they're in the not high 90s, early 2000s or above, and they still run well. Yeah, I'll keep them and offer it. Hey, how you doing, Tech Life? How do I cover the hole behind gas packs? I don't do package units on houses. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen you in here, Tech. Um, I know you've told me your name, but I can't remember. I haven't seen you in here in quite a while. I don't package units on residential here. The, I mean, I can't remember the last time I've done one. That's how very few there are. I honestly don't remember the last time I've done a package unit on a residential application. You don't even see them on mobile homes here. The mobile homes have splits every once in a while. You'll see one on a mobile home, but on a house, it's very, very rare. How you doing, Mr. Moist? We don't have one, Rocky Top. We don't. Good, Beal. I'm glad to hear that. Nestor, how you doing? We don't have a 1 hour here. Emilio Rodriguez. It's still, I'm still very well. I mean, yeah, not very. I'm very bit. Well, I cannot talk tonight, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not setting the world on fire, busy, but I'm staying steady. I have something to do every day, so I'm very appreciative of that. I have a couple jobs that I haven't lost. They've been postponed due to coronavirus. Where's my mask? You know what, man? I can't do it. I put one on. I can't do it. I'm not wearing one. So Gary O, Gary O, how you doing, buddy? That's great, Sean. That's great. Let's see. Monday I swapped out a condenser, but her indoor unit was 2014 Rude gas furnace and evaporator. So I dropped a brand new 410A Rheem condenser. Now she has a really nice 410A 14 SEER system. Tuesday, what did I do Tuesday? That was yesterday. What did I do? I can't remember what I did yesterday. Um, I really can't. I think I just ran calls yesterday. Today I installed a used unit and ran 2 service calls. So yeah, a used unit today and 2 service calls. Absolutely, Tech Life. It's yeah. I'm trying to. Oh, I know what I did. Yesterday. Um, that's right. That one job got canceled. I changed a micro channel um condenser coil on a one 1 year old one. I mean, a year this month the unit was installed. She showed me the receipt. York, Luxair, Guardian, uh, dry shipped 407C condenser. I changed out the microchannel condenser coil. What's the best repellent for a helicopter? I don't know. Sean, my wife does all that. I mean, I'm by myself. It's not like it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, sorry if y'all heard my phone. I was trying to look for something here. Shit, sorry, I didn't mean to click that either. Anyway, Linux is going microchannel. I don't know if there's any truth to that at all. To be honest, I couldn't tell you. Also, I want to address this on my arm. I've had a couple comments on the last few videos. They say, "Hey, what is that on your wrist?" We Every time you move, it looks like there's something on your wrist. It's a tattoo that I recently got. Basically, it's a reminisce of my mother. Let's see if I can turn it. It's I can't do this backwards with the damn camera. Hold on, let me take the camera down. Okay. All right, so it's a reminisce of my mother. So basically, it says "Mom" with angel wings. 9/09/06/59 was her date of birth. 03/10/13 was her date of death. And that's just a reminiscing of her, something I've been wanting to do. I should have done it a long time ago, but I just didn't. So that's what that is on my wrist for those of you that were wondering. Thank you. Um, yep, that's very true, Emilio. Uh, Dennis, I don't understand. You love microchannel. I mean, like I said, man, I just replaced a coil on one that was a year old this month. She just had it installed. Um, I don't know, man. I don't know how anybody could still like that product. There's just no going back for me. Yeah, and that's why I put it right there. I know that's kind of a oddball spot for a man, but I wanted to be able to see it. Although it's turned the other way to where when people are looking at me, they can read it. I just wanted to be able to see it. I didn't want to put it somewhere where I couldn't see it. So I know it's kind of an oddball spot, but I like it. And honestly, I really don't care what anybody thinks about it. Now, as far as negative stuff, people will say it's trashy or whatever, and that's fine. But I did that for my mom, and because I was very close to her, so I like it, and it's not a if I that's all that matters is for me. Yeah, but yeah, tattoos are definitely addicting. This makes my fourth one. I have one on each arm, on each bicep or shoulder, whatever you want to call it, and then I have one on my back, across the top of my back, and now my mother's. Yeah, they're definitely addicting. That's for damn sure. Uh, Stewart, Linux is I mean, I'm not a fan of them. Their basic systems are fine, but when you start getting up into their higher end stuff, um, they really put a lot of unnecessary stuff on their units. What do you mean choir boy status is out? I agree with that, Rocky Top. Yeah, Stewart, I like Ream. I sell a lot of Ream. I agree with that, Rocky Top. Yeah, it's a lot different when you get out in the field. That's for sure. I'd have to agree with that. Let me do something here that I was supposed to do real quick in case some of the guys are trying to comment. Let me see. I mean, not a big fan of Linux. I mean, their 14 seer stuff is fine, but you start getting into the other stuff, and they put a lot of, like I said, a lot of bullshit and a lot of bells and whistles that you don't need. So that's my main thing. Community, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, oh, choir boys can't have tattoos. It's okay. Um, yeah, Van Berg. I mean, like I said, I mean, the lower end stuff is whatever. Matt T, what's up, buddy? Um, yeah, but they definitely did achieve 25 seer. That's for sure. Um, yeah, Ream is great stuff. Ream and Rude. Just one of the many rules. No tattoos in the choir boys, huh? All right. Sorry about that. I was doing something that I needed to do on YouTube. No choir boy and no tats, Gario says. Oh, the truck, Dennis. Thank you for bringing that up. All right, guys. So I went a different way with the truck situation. Uh, I had told you guys that I was going to buy that F-250 with the utility bed. Had 300 something thousand miles on it. I just got a really bad feeling. Thought about it and I backed out of the deal. I mean, not that we signed anything. I just gave him a verbal commitment with no restrictions for him to sell the vehicle. It's not like I gave him a deposit to hold it or anything like that. I just verbally told him, hey, I'll get with you tomorrow. I do want the truck. But if somebody else was to come along and buy it, I got it with him the next morning. I said, hey, I actually want to think on this some more. But if you have another buyer, I totally understand before I get back with you, but I'll get back with you, excuse me, by the end of the day. And he said that was fine. So I thought about it. Me and the wife talked about it, and I just decided that it was not a good idea to buy a truck with over 300,000 miles on it. Even though it was a Ford, I still decided that it wasn't a good idea. So I went back to the truck that I was going to get. How you doing, HVAC man 77? Um, so I went back to the truck I was originally looking at. It's an '02 F-150, got 160,000 on it. I'm a lot more comfortable with that, but it's not a utility bed. It's an F-150. It's an extended cab. It's got a 6.5 foot bed. I'm actually going to have toolboxes put on it tomorrow morning. So I did get a new truck. I got a good price on it. Uh, it's in really good shape. It runs beautiful. 106 runs great. Very happy with it. I got all my stuff in it today, this morning, before I went on my first job, being my helper. I do have a helper. And the only I'm putting toolboxes on the sides. On the what's up, Curtis? Uh, I'm gonna put toolboxes on the sides, on the like side boxes on each side of the bed to store capacitor. One side of the truck will be parts, capacitors, relays, thermostats, contactors, blah 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 blah. And then the other side of the truck will be like tape and screws and your cans of cleaner and this and that, whatever. So now I have a back seat. Uh so I'm able to keep my tool bags and my expensive tools like leak detectors, benders, swagers, and all that in the back seat. I have a job box that sits in the back. I can do a video on it if you guys want me to. My Freon jugs sit in front of the box in milk crates, and that's pretty much it. The toolboxes are getting installed in the morning. I got to go drop the truck off at 9:30 to have my toolboxes installed. And then see right now I have this it's not a pack out. It's kind of like, I guess it would be Craftsman's version of the pack out, a very small pack out. It's three levels. You got the top one, the medium, and then the big. You got the small one on top, the medium size, and then the big. That's where all my parts are right now. And I don't have a lot of parts because it's not a lot of room. That's why the toolboxes are getting installed tomorrow. So that's what's going on with that. Once I get it all set up, I can do a video on it. If you guys want that, you can let me know in the comments. Let's see, Robert. Hey, Robert, I appreciate you watching the content, man. Thank you very much. Hey, Michael, how you doing? I'll get a video of the truck, Vanberg, once it's all done. See, Vanberg, I plan to install Train XR and Comfort Maker soft sounds when I'm a tech. Seems solid. Train is my top favorite brand. Yeah, it will be. Vanberg, I've seen, you know, I know you go around filming units right now. I can't believe that you're a Train guy. I mean, there's, you know, somebody like you that is really into HVAC, you should know Train is not any better than anything else. But, you know, everybody's got their preference, though. So, do I like spine fin coils? Is that what you're asking me, Brandon? Brandon, are you asking me if I like spine fin coils? I believe that's what you're. So I'll go ahead and answer it. Yes, it's been a while, Michael. Good to see you. I just want to say to the guy in here that's asking how to break a float switch, guys, don't waste y'all's time with him. One or two things: either he's a troll or he's a homeowner or something. So let's put it like this: if you're trolling, you know, have at it. If not, call a professional to do it. But anyway, hey, how you doing, Kelly? Okay, Brandon, I don't dislike them, but I'm not in love with them. I mean, I'm not going to sit here like some HVAC guys. Just because I don't like Train doesn't mean that I am afraid to admit that they do make a good unit. I don't think they make a unit that's any better than anything else, but I do think they make a good unit. I don't dislike the spine fin, but I'm not in love with it either. But I don't think it's a total complete piece of shit like some of these guys will say, "Oh, that damn spine fin's a piece of shit." Blah blah blah. I don't agree with that. I think it's a fine coil. I take it over a microchannel any damn day of the week. So, you know, yeah. I mean, like again, I don't dislike it, but I'm not in love with it either. So I apologize. It was quiet in my house until all these women showed up. Apologize about that again. So just because you coughed, Kelly, they sent you home to quarantine? Well, Kelly, I mean, hopefully you're not sick, but if they sent you home just because you coughed, that's a little ridiculous. I, I don't understand, Dennis. Mobile home equipment is cheap where I'm at. I can get a damn Mortex coil, my cost, for like $300. Mobile home equipment's not expensive where I'm at. Louisiana has more cases, I think, than any other state, but it's mostly down in New Orleans in that area. Like here where I live, we don't have we have cases, but not a lot of them. Not a bunch like down in New Orleans. Down in New Orleans, there's a lot of them. Many, many cases of it down in New Orleans. Thank you, sweetheart. Keep commenting, fellas. A lot of times I can talk without it, but your comments keep me talking. I like responding to them. Hello from West Virginia. How you doing? Why in the hell would you put a 95% furnace in a mobile home? That's why. Hey, Isaiah, how you doing, buddy? Why would you put a damn 95% furnace in a mobile home? To me, that's just retarded. To me, that's just like, that makes and I'm no offense, Dennis, because I like the shit out of you, Dennis, and I don't want to piss you off. I just don't understand why put a 95% furnace in a mobile home. It makes no sense. Hell, it's hard enough to find a damn gas mobile home here. Most of them are electric with electric heat pumps. Yeah, just put a 80%er, man. Geothermals in a mobile home. Wow. I have not tried the blue on. John, I've done RA16s. RA 14 and 16. I have not done no 17s or 20s. I will not put in a Ream or Root inverter because they're not very good. There's been a lot of people having trouble with them. They use scroll compressors when all other brands are using rotary. All other brands, Train, Lennox, Carrier, the Bosches, Yorks, everybody's using Train. I think I said them. They're using rotary style compressors. Ream and Root are using a Copeland scroll. They're noisy, and they're not having good luck with them unless they've changed them. I think somebody on here one time said they changed them. Like they came out with a RB model instead of a RA just for the 17s and the 20s. And supposedly they have a rotary compressor. But that's what I hear. Good night from Pennsylvania. All right, man. Thanks for tuning in. Jordan, call a technician, buddy. Okay, they did do RBs as of February 2020. John, do you have a lot of information on the Ream Rude RA versus RB? Like, do you know the whole story in the scoop? If you do, I would really like you to contact me through email. I'll put it up on the screen here. I'd like you to come join me on camera next week or maybe even this weekend to talk about it. There's my email address, John, if you are interested in getting in contact with me. I don't have a live phone for YouTube right now, but I plan to get one soon. No, Vanberg, it's not over engineered, man. It's good stuff. I mean, if they really are good, man, especially the Bosch. I love the Bosch. You put that, they're really not. I mean, they're badass. I mean, no, I'm telling you, Matt, they're good, dude. I mean, my dad has a Bosch on his house, and the humidity is like down in the low 40s. It's I don't know, man, but it's they're not over engineered and they're not junk. As much as I like Vanberg, they're not garbage. I'm sorry. John, hopefully you got that email address and you'll contact me. Matt, man, they're not all like that. They're not all like that, but dude, it's not just this. Look, man, the savings. Okay, John, good. I look forward to your email. Um, let's see. It's not just the savings on the bill; it's the comfort. I have put in, let's see, probably 5 or 6 inverters. Uh, Only 2 of them are ICP. The rest are Bosch. But all of them, even the ICP ones, have said their house has never, ever been that comfortable. Never been. I mean, they're telling me that their old 10 SEER unit, they were having to set it on 68 to be comfortable. With the inverter, they put it on 75 or 74 and they're comfortable. So they do remove humidity much better than a traditional system, and they will keep your house as comfortable. You've never had such a comfortable house. That must only be true in your neck of the woods, Dennis, because down here Baker is still very much doing Bosch. Baker is very much still doing Bosch here. So I'm not, I forget where you're at, Dennis. I know you've told me before. Um, yeah, the Bosches are great, man. All right, Kelly, thanks for coming in, bud. We've had no issues with the Bosch, none. Isaiah, you're doing a 24 VAN 2024. I'm guessing that's a carrier model number, maybe a variable speed carrier. I don't like the carrier and ICP inverters because they're not really inverters. They're just 5-stage units. The Bosch has 85 steps. Only the green speed, Isaiah. You got to keep in mind, Isaiah, if you don't get the green speed, now Carrier does make one, a true inverter. It's the green speed, and it comes in heat pump only. But if you get any other Carrier or ICP or Bryant inverter that's not green speed, well, Carrier, you can only get green speed with the Carrier label. Yeah, it's not an inverter then, Isaiah. I mean, it's labeled inverter, Isaiah, but the one you're doing is an actual 5-stage. It's got 5 stages, so it's not actually an inverter. It's just more of a multi-stage unit. An inverter doesn't really stage. It like ramps up and down, and that's what the Bosch does. That's what the Trains do. That's what the Linuxes do. I believe the Yorks do it. The Riemann Roods are supposed to do it, but they don't do a very good job of it. But Carrier and ICP and Bryant, they're staged. They're not. They're not truly inverter. They're just 5-stage. Well, pistons, yeah, you're doing the 5-stage, Isaiah. So it's not really an inverter. I know it's labeled inverter, but it's not really inverter. But I think eventually pistons are gonna, on new equipment, are gonna, Brandon, are you saying that Goodman started using LG scrolls in their low end? Because I know they're not using LG rotary in their inverter because they're owned by Daikin, so they're using a Daikin compressor. Yeah, that's actually an advantage that that Goodman does have. Well, it's got to be a Daikin or an Amana branded unit to get their inverter. Theirs is truly variable, and it's got a Daikin compressor in it. But I know that that Goodman or Amana and Daikin, they're not using LGs in their inverters. They're using Daikin compressors. Yeah, I got it, Isaiah. Coming up on about 40 minutes here, guys. I usually stay about, between 30 and 45 minutes on Wednesdays. I don't know about commercial, but Brandon, now they may have started using LG scrolls in the 1460, well, the 14 series and stuff like that. But as far as their inverters, they're Daikin compressors. That's correct, Michael. It converts it to a 3-phase DC. Yeah, Sean, people keep asking. I guess I need to do one. Yeah, maybe I'll try to do one this weekend, man. Okay, you're talking about the low end. Yeah, and it shouldn't be a rotary. It should be a scroll. It should be an LG scroll. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. The Bryant equipment that I put in, it comes with LG scroll, unless you go above 14 SEER. If you buy a 16, then you're guaranteed a Copeland. But that's what I like about Ream. Okay, all right, Sean. I'll definitely keep that in mind, man. Appreciate it. The I actually think the LG scroll is a little quieter than the Copeland, to be honest with you, but you can't really tell the difference. Now, Ream, you're always going to get a Copeland scroll, guaranteed. But with ICP and Bryant and Carrier, you get you pretty much get an LG on 14 SEER. It's a rotary on 13 SEER. Okay, well, I don't know about 13 SEER. We don't have 13 SEER here, but 14 SEER we have. It should be a scroll. The first generation LG compressors, when they first started, they had this blue little sensor on top of the compressor, and the wires went in the cabinet. Those were junk. But the second generation, well, I mean, it might sound that way, Van Berg, but I mean, I'm telling you right now, Y'all have all been following me. I have a shit ton of ICP out there with LG scrolls. I've had zero issues out of those compressors. And I'm being dead serious. I cannot think of one compressor that I've had to replace out of all them ICP units I have out there. And that includes here in Lafayette and back in Alexandria. Zero. No issues. It's got a 10-year warranty. And then not only that, if one of the LGs does go out in warranty, they give you a Copeland in its place. So, it don't bother me. These don't. I'm telling you, I've had no issues. Like I said, I really don't give a shit. I like Bryant and I like Ream. Ream will always have a Copeland scroll. If you buy a 14 SEER Bryant, you might get a LG, you might get a Copeland. I really don't care. But if you buy anything above 14 in Bryant, you're guaranteed a Copeland. And it's because Copeland can't keep up with Carrier's demand because they have so many brand names: Carrier, Bryant, Payne, Arcoair, Tempstar, Heil, Comfort Maker. The list goes on and on. So they run out of Copelands, they put LGs. It doesn't bother me. They got a 10-year warranty. That's what it's there for. But to sit here and just call it junk, just to call it junk, have something to back that up with. Because right now, I can't call it junk. I have hundreds of ICPs out there with LG compressors with zero issues. I mean, nothing to complain about. Any questions? I'm at 42 minutes. And you know what? Not to steal Shop Talk's thunder, because God knows they'll say something, but if you could put your questions in all caps just so it catches my eye. I stay on here for about 2.5 more minutes, and then I'm going to hop off of here. So if you have a question, please put it in all caps just so it catches my eye. The old Goodmans with the Bristol recips. Hey man, I still know a bunch of them that are out there still running. (2015) Vanberg, that might have been the first generation LG. All right. How to start an HVAC business? Get you a bit of money saved up, start doing some advertising on Facebook. That's what I did. My whole business is nothing but Facebook and an app called Nextdoor. But I have a little bit of money up front. Wait, what's my thoughts on what? Oh, the Ream. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Now, from what I understand, I think you can request an RA14 with pressure switches, but I could be wrong about that. Like I just said, Isaiah, you need to have some money saved up, and you just got to get out there and get your name out. Get your name out there. If you've been in the community for a long time, your name should already be floating around. But I did it over here in the community where people don't even know me, on Facebook and this app called Nextdoor, and that's now the word of mouth is starting to get around. I mean, that's really the best advice I could give you. Yeah, and like here, you don't have to have a mechanical license to start a company, but in some states you have to have them licensed before you can start. So that you got to consider that also. Yeah, Dennis, as far as I know, yeah, it's true, which is fine with me because uh, I don't use it anyway. I just blow nitrogen through it before I solder and while I'm soldering, but I just flush it out. Uh, yeah, I think it is true. I've heard that. What's the heat like there? It's not bad right now. It cooled off the past few days, but I think it's going to warm up again next week. It's been in the yeah, John knows. Yeah, they will void the warranty for RX11 flush. It was 40 something this morning when I got up at 7. It's 56 right now. Yeah, it looks like tomorrow's. Yeah, it starts warming a little bit warmer tomorrow, high 76, and then come Friday we get back into the mid 80s on Friday. So yeah, that's true. They don't warn anybody, but they'll sell it to you. Okay, guys, I'll give y'all just a couple more minutes. In caps, please. If you have a question in all caps, put it in all caps so it'll catch my attention. Later, Van Berg. Thanks for tuning in. Raw from Memphis. How you doing, sir? Thanks for coming in, Van Berg. I appreciate it. Just a couple more seconds, guys. Any more questions? Put them in all caps, please. Any more questions? Michael, I think you're talking about the pipe wiper. I believe you're talking about the pipe wiper. I have seen videos of it. I've never used it. Why will Ream void the warranty? Because they don't. I said your name wrong. I apologize. I don't know how to say your name. Anyway, it's got something to do with that. They don't want that flush in their the chemical in their system. And I agree with it. They say it does more harm than good, and I completely agree. So that's now I don't know. I think that's why Ream does it, but that's what I've heard. Okay, there's John. John's gonna come on here. Apparently, he's really big in the Ream and Rude. Hopefully, he'll send me all right, Tech Life. Thanks for coming in, dude. Good to see you. Hopefully, he'll come in here and we'll talk together about Ream. He says they don't like the additives in it. Okay, there you go. They don't like the additives in it. Any more? Anything else? John, I look forward to your email, man. We'll get it. Maybe next Wednesday you can just come on here with me and we'll talk about Ream inverters and and if people have questions about Ream, you can help me. I've been loyal to ICP, but really gotten in the Ream the last couple years. And so I'm still kind of learning about Ream, but there are quite a few things I do know. But I'm very interested. Take care of Michael. Yeah, Grand Air's a good unit. It's an ICP with a Baker name on it. Yes, Jeremy, I just changed one yesterday. Microchannel warranty on a York. Okay, guys, I've been on here for 49 minutes and 30 seconds. So coming up on 50 minutes, almost an hour. So 10 minutes missing from an hour. Yes, Grand Air is a good unit. Like I said, it's an ICP with a Baker name on it. All right, guys, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Thank you for coming and chatting with me. We got up to right at 60 people tonight, so that was very good to see, very enthusiastic. So how is Sporland Smart Service Tools? They're good. They're good tools. They're really good tools. I'm out of here. Hey, Sean, thanks, man. I'll see y'all next time. I'm going to try to get on here every Wednesday. Hopefully John will email me and agree to come on here, and we'll talk about some Rheem inverters next week. All right, guys, y'all take care. Y'all have a good night. Stay safe out there with that corona. Well, go take a shit then, Tig. Y'all stay safe out there with that corona. And y'all have a good night.